Previously, people in the know have said there wouldn't be an RFS mount, a specific mount for APS-C censored cameras, coming to the RF mount. But now we're hearing otherwise. Details coming up, but first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so you're kept informed on the latest camera gear, news, and rumors like this. You've heard me say many times that there would be no RFS mount because Craig at Canon Rumors said it doesn't make any sense, and from the sources that he heard, it wasn't going to be happening. And what an RFS mount is it's a mount specifically designed for Canon APS-C censored lenses, so lenses that will only work on APS-C cameras. Now this goes back to the EF mount. If you had a full frame camera like the Canon 5D, you would use EF lenses. If you had a Canon 70D, 80D, or 90D, you would use either EF or EFS lenses. The nice thing about using a crop censored camera is you could use both lenses, but professionals could only use the EF, and well, let's be honest, if you were a professional, why would you bother with the EFS lenses? Well, according to Canon Rumors, it looks like we might be getting an RFS mount according to several credible sources. We've now heard from a couple of trustworthy sources that Canon plans to launch 2 RFS lenses alongside the Canon EOS R7 this year. It sounds like a pretty big revelation. Now, usually Canon Rumors is very good at getting things correct. I would say they're about 80 to 95% correct most of the time. But this case, it looks like they might be going back on what they said, and they've clearly admitted that, hey, they don't get things right all the time, and nor do I expect them to, but they are quite credible and reliable. So it looks like the R7 is definitely coming out in the second half of this year, whether it be August, as they reported yesterday, or in Q4, as they reported last week or the week before. It's really kind of hard to know. This is all in a state of flux right now with the Canon EOS R7, so some really exciting news is coming out. And these are the specifications we're getting for the Canon EOS R7. Then I'll get back to some lenses, but take a look here. A BSI sensor, doesn't say stacked, but a BSI sensor, 32.5 megapixels, Digic X processor, 20 frames per second, and video mode, look at that, 4K 60 frames per second, 1080 up to 240 frames per second, a CF Express Type B card, and a UHS 2 card, SD card slot. It's a quite capable camera, and it's also going to have Canon Log 3. Now, some of you have poo-pooed some of these capabilities, including the CF Express card, but if it is going to do 4K 60 all I and do Canon Log 3, I can see why they would need a CF Express Type B card slot, which kind of leads us to what the price could be. I don't think it's going to be close to the R6 in price. I do think it's going to be separated by something like $600 to $700, but I could be wrong. I mean, Canon Rumors is wrong sometimes as well as everybody else. So what kind of lenses are we expecting to be released alongside the Canon EOS R7? At this time, we don't know what the lenses will be, but we've had Canon RF 18 to 45, f4 to 5.6 image stabilized STM on our roadmap for a long time. And that's certainly possible, but here's what I think we could be getting alongside the R7. The most popular kit lens that's been released along Canon 80D, 90D, the more higher-end APS-C cameras, and that's the 18 to 135 millimeter USM image stabilized lens. The image quality on it's been very good, and I think that to me offers far better value. I remember when it cost around $800. Not sure what the retail price is going to be this time around, but with improved optics, with improved size and reliability, I think this could be a really, really good kit lens. But we all know that the Canon EOS R7, the biggest lenses that would attract us the most are actually the RF lenses, the zooms, the primes, the super telephoto lenses, the 100 to 400 millimeter, the 100 to 500 millimeter. You know, I'm not sure what to really think about this. Part of me thinks, so what? I have a Canon R5. I'm in full frame territory, so I don't really care about EFS lenses. I can't help but think this is a way of kind of compromising in a way that they didn't need to compromise. Sony, with their E-mount, there's no question as to what lenses you can use on your camera. You can basically use all of them, whether you have an APS-C or a full frame camera. It doesn't really matter. And yes, you can get focal lengths that are designed specifically for APS-C or full frame. I wonder what the reasoning for this change is. Very interesting. Are you interested in the Canon EOS R7? And if you are, I've got a question for you. What lenses are you interested in getting? Are you looking at purchasing kit lenses like the 18 to 135 millimeter, or are you more concerned about the professional glass, the super telephotos, the telephoto primes or super telephoto primes like the 100 to 500 millimeter, or the 800 millimeter f5.6, or even the 6 and 800 millimeter f11? or if Sigma ever brings it to this mount, the 150 to 600 millimeter. Either way, it looks like the rumors are really heating up for the Canon EOS R7, and generally when we start to have the rumors heating up, we can project that an announcement is anywhere from 3 to 5 months away. And so here we are entering May, June, July, August, September. Well, that does put us in the time frame of what Canon Rumors has said, sometime in August or in the fourth quarter. Very interesting. So looks like we might be getting an August or September announcement after all. We'll just have to wait and see. But do yourself a favor, go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications, so that way as soon as news comes out, any news on the Canon EOS R7 or the RFS, I almost said EFS, any news on the RFS mount or lenses or anything like that, or anything related to stills hybrid cameras, go ahead and choose all notifications when you subscribe, so that way you're in the know on the latest camera news and rumors. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.